Hey everyone, I'm Zach Titus and welcome back to another edition of the BNEWS Sports Hub. This time we will have a conversation with the girls basketball team. Today's guests are first-year head coach Neil Rebelo and senior Savanna Scali. Robert Paris will also give us our Red Devil review. And we also will highlight Savanna in our player spotlight. That's right now on the Sports Hub. To jumpstart our conversation, we will offer you a little refresher from the season. Let's go to our Red Devil review.
Hey everyone, I'm Robert Paris and this is your Red Devil review. It's a new season for girls varsity basketball, and we will see a new face this winter on the court, Neil Rebelo, who was named head coach this past spring. He'll assume the role after spending 7 years as an assistant coach on the boys basketball team. He is also a physical education teacher at Francis Wyman. During his tenure with Coach Phil Connors on the boys team, Rebelo went to the playoffs every season. In 22, they had a deep run to the state semifinals. Rebelo says his goal is to get the girls team just as far. Rebelo is coming onto the team that had a difficult year in 23. They won 3 games last year and lost 17. Offensively, they scored 711 points in the season, but their defense gave up 6,447. During a practice, we spoke with Rebelo on the opportunity to coach for the girls program.
Super excited to have obviously the opportunity. 3-17 is a little misleading. They're in a bunch of games close where it's tight down the stretch, and we got a bunch of kids coming back. We only lost 2 seniors, so a bunch of kids who got some experience last year, and then we had a couple of younger ones up and coming. And I got a group of kids who love to work and they love basketball, and I've seen it from the jump. And we're super excited to get started actually getting into games instead of beating on ourselves in practice. It's only been a couple days, but I feel like they're ready to go already. So we're looking for great effort day in and day out, and I really feel like I'm going to get that. And I think we'll have an exciting style of basketball where we get up and down, we like to shoot it. Defending's the big piece. If we can defend the way I know we can, the way I've seen them defend from filming last year and then just kind of watching us through fall league, and I think we could be a team to be reckoned with, to be honest with you. So we're excited about getting there and trying to defend and make some things easy for us on the offensive end.
10 starters will be making a return this season: Charlotte Scola, Marin Jones, Gabby Calizzi, Maddie Kane, Savanna Scali, Ava Schiari, Brianna Thomas, Sophia Marshall, Brooke Baglio, and Izzy Ortiz. 3 newcomers will be starting for the varsity team: junior Hannah Tettenbaum, sophomore Erin Riley, and freshman Zara Achi. The season kicks off with a rematch against the Reading Rockets, who defeated the Devils in the opener last year 46-21. They also have 17 Middlesex League games and 3 non-league games to look forward to. I want to wish Neil good luck, and we look forward to seeing this team perform at their highest level in the foreseeable future. And that is all for your Red Devil review. I'm Robert Paris. Back to you, Zach.
All right. Hi everyone. I'm here with Neil Rebelo, the head girls basketball coach. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's start it off. For the first past 8 seasons, you were the assistant coach for the boys team and went to playoffs every year, correct?
Correct.
Talk about that experience. I mean, what have those 8 seasons been like?
It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. Prior to that, we had a couple of years where we weren't in the playoffs, and high school basketball, high school anything, at the varsity level, your first goal is to get into that tournament, and then just get into the dance and then see what happens. So to have that, happen every single year was unbelievable, and then to have it kind of snowball into, we'd go a little bit deeper each season, and then a couple of years ago, I went to the Final Four. Was an unbelievable experience.
Impressive. Very. What have you learned in your 8 years from boys head basketball coach Phil Connors?
A ton. Preparation, I think would be probably the one thing that sticks out the most in my mind, just in terms of scouting, preparing, and practice, keeping kids engaged, and really just outworking, your opponents in terms of just being prepared for them, what they do well, and still yet focus on what you do well and try to maximize that, and then take one thing away from the opponent. So my experience was unbelievable there. Kids were great, the program in general, and Phil's been great, just even to this point, kind of helping me along in my first year.
That's good. How did you get this head coaching opportunity for the girls?
Well, the position opened up, and I thought about it, and I have the unique experience of, having been around a bunch of the girls through, whether it was travel or we ran camps in the summertime. And I knew a lot of the kids because I had them in school, because I teach over at the Francis Wyman Elementary School in town. So there were a bunch of those kids, and I know they're all high caliber kids, and we had some talent there, obviously, with Savanna and Maddie King, some of the other seniors there. And I just, having watched them a little bit last year, it was tough, obviously, because I was on the boys' side, but I tried to catch a couple games or watch them on film, and you could see the talent level, and you could see, I think, the desire to want to win. And they had a little bit of a rough season, but last year, but the year before that, they were in the playoffs. And I thought, just having completed my daughter's travel season, I coached her travel team for 5 years, and it was a great experience. And I thought, this was the right opportunity for a head coaching job. It was one that I'd been looking around for a while, and it was perfect that it was right here in Burlington, and I already knew the kids, and I thought, why not? Let's go with it and see what happens. So
perfect way to go.
Absolutely, really. It was just unique timing, and I'm very fortunate they gave me the opportunity to lead this team.
That's good. What do you plan to bring, I guess, to this team now as a coach?
So first and foremost, just playing hard each and every possession, being prepared, knowing what the other team wants to do, or having an idea and trying to take that away. But really, the focus is on us and what we do well, and just trying to keep that level of intensity up at both ends. Most high school kids want to score in basketball. That's just the way it goes. But when you get teams that are willing to defend, like I think we are, you can really make things tough for the opponent. So really just playing hard, 100% team effort, but just playing hard and then having a plan and being able to execute that plan, in practice, and then obviously taking that over into the games.
You mentioned that you knew a lot of them beforehand, correct?
Yes.
But I mean, what does it take, I guess, to earn the trust of the team? I mean, as a new coach, that's been established, I'm assuming, but.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's been established yet. I have to earn their trust and I think you do that through work and preparation and encouragement, and then holding kids accountable when they're not doing those things. But certainly, they have no reason to believe that I know what I'm talking about. So I kind of have to prove that to them, and try to do that through scouting the other team and building good practice plans, and then having execution in games, and hopefully being successful with some of those things, and they start to kind of buy in a little bit. But yeah, no, certainly, they have to earn my trust in a certain way, or certain players have to, because you have to be able to trust your players late in games in certain situations. But I certainly have to earn theirs, so I intend to do that through work and showing up every day and being relentless, and holding them accountable, holding myself accountable, and trying being the most prepared coach I can be for them.
That's really good. So you mentioned earlier you're a PE teacher by day,
correct,
and then a coach by night. Could you mention what it's like to juggle both of those positions?
It's a ton of fun. The elementary level is unique, where kids love coming to your class, and then it's fun to watch them grow, and then see them later in middle school. See them at our camps, and then to see them eventually in high school, then have the opportunity to coach them is outstanding. So it's a lot of work for this season. 3 months of you just kind of go, and then but it's all worth it. And it's when you love it, it doesn't feel like work. You just enjoy doing it all the time.
You'll have the opportunity this time to work with the upperclassmen for a number of years. How do you approach developing them as athletes and building that kind of relationship over the years?
So yeah, that's super exciting. I'm excited about that. I think the first thing you have to do is have a plan in place with each and every one of them. Have an idea of where you see them, being able to communicate that, and then provide them with opportunities to continue to play, in the off season, or lead them to certain places where they can go and continue to work on skills and and compete, and just checking in, being present, and letting them know that if they need something, you're around, and then having a vision and learning from your mistakes, going back and watching things in the off season and thinking about how we have this or we lost that, so we got this kid coming in, we have these kids coming in. How do we best approach this? Do we change our system? Do we keep it the same? Do we just build on it? And that's that's on me, and that's kind of my mindset in the off season, is trying to prepare us going further along, depending on what you have. Having the senior class that we have this year, we have some kids who play or will play a bunch of minutes. Savannah's a unique talent. Those kids don't walk through the door all the time. So, when she moves on, Maddie King and Gabby and Skoll and when they all move on, we got to figure out, who's gonna replace them, and that's really on the underclassmen to step up and find opportunities to play and improve themselves and fill those roles.
That's really good. What's your working relationship been like with assistant coach Courtney DeLeo? I guess you've been an assistant coach, so you know what that kind of relationship can look like.
Yeah, and I've known Courtney for a long time. And, she, prior to obviously us coaching together this year, she was on the staff with Coach McKay a couple of years ago, and I was still obviously on the boys' side. So we would cross paths all the time, kind of communicate, and we had to share a gym. So when I first got the job, immediately, I thought of her because she understands basketball, played it. Is invested here as an educator, and then obviously someone who's an alumni in the program. So I was super excited when she decided she wanted to join the staff. So she's been great, unbelievable. Can't say enough about it. You can't do this all by yourself when you have more than one team. So you really can't do it by yourself even with one team. It's hard. I know it's 12, 13 kids on a roster, but having more hands in the gym is really, really important. So, and then to go along with that, Jill Rasso is someone who's on the staff last year. She's kind of taken a backseat a little bit as a volunteer assistant, but she's stepping up as well, and it's outstanding to have people who understand the game, and they've been around these kids. They have a relationship there. They're all invested, just being educators in the system. So I'm truly grateful for their support and their willingness to come out and try to make this the best season we can.
That's good. What has your history been with the sport of basketball? Did you start playing in high school or?
I started in middle school, and then once I was probably 12 or 13 years old, so it was a little bit later for today's standards, but probably average for back then.
Yeah.
Once I found the game, I didn't put down the ball. It was something that I fell in love with from the jump. I love being around it. I love coaching it, obviously, and then playing. All the way through high school and then into college, and then I haven't put the ball down since. So it's
awesome.
Something I really, really enjoy, and hopefully, I can bring that enjoyment out in kids as well. See them maximize their potential.
Let's take a little break. We will come back after our Player Spotlight segment.
Hi, this is Savanna Scali, and this is the Player Spotlight. I'm looking forward to the season. Last year it was a little bit rough. We went 3-17, so we definitely want to do better this year. We want to make it to the playoffs. We have a new coach, so that's very exciting. We've known him because he coached the JV boys team. So it's a good start. We've been playing a lot of fall league, summer league, a lot of scrimmages in preseason, so I think we're ready. It's going to be a hard year, a lot of good players, but I think we're definitely tougher this year, definitely more involved, better chemistry as a team, and I think it's going to be good. I've played basketball since I was 5. I've done a lot of AAU, traveled a lot of places. I've been very committed to the sport, and I like the competitive nature. I like the team chemistry. Some of my best friends are from playing the sport, so it's been a big part of my childhood, me growing up.
She's been unreal. She's been as advertised. I got to watch her a bunch, obviously, from the time she was in middle school. So she's been unbelievable. Just moving the ball defensively is probably the brightest spot that I've seen, because I really didn't know what to expect. Super smart, high IQ, works really hard, shares the ball. I mean, everybody knows that she can fill it up when she wants, and we certainly need her to do that. But she's such a threat, and she commands so much attention. that there are other people available, open, and she's been great at finding them. I mean, she sees things on the floor before, most kids, and it's been fun to watch. She's been an outstanding captain to us.
I really like Coach Rebelo. He's very tough on me as well as the other players, but I think that's what makes a good coach. He's tough on us and it makes us want to work harder, gives us more motivation. I feel like we've done so much more than we've done in past years. I feel like we're all a lot more ready. Our team chemistry is already there right off the jump, which sometimes it takes you got to be halfway through the season and then kind of see it all come together, and I feel like it's already together. I mean, I hope to score 1,000 points. That's a big goal of mine, so I'm looking forward to that. And I want to make it to playoffs, and I'm more of a team player. I want the best for the team.
We just saw a player spotlight on Savanna Scali. What's your perception of her as an athlete over the preseason?
Savannah's special. She's going to score 1,000 points in high school. Not a lot of kids get to do that.
Wow.
Having watched her play from the time she was in middle school, I remember her in travel. She's a walking bucket. She can score. Everyone knows that. I think the one piece that I've taken away that I'm a little bit surprised at, and I think she doesn't get enough credit for, is her ability to pass the ball. And she sees things happen on the offensive side, I think almost in slow motion, and you can't teach that stuff. Some of the passes she makes, on time, on target. She's a very willing passer for a kid who can really score in bunches. And she's been outstanding. And then, the defensive part is always the part I worry about, because every kid likes to score, like I mentioned earlier. But if they're not, they tend to kind of take it easy on the defensive side, and I just haven't seen that side of her. I challenged her when we started here, a couple weeks ago, to be the best defender on the floor, and she stepped up. We had 3 scrimmages, and I could break it down on film and show her in film, this is exactly how I love for you to, play defense each and every possession, and she's done it. So I've been thrilled with that. But she's special. She makes us a contender, a competitor. She's tough, and she's smart. High IQ basketball, and she gets it right away, and she doesn't want to lose. And so I'm blessed to be able to coach a kid like that.
That's good. I guess then looking at the team overall, what have you learned about them so far in the preseason in terms of strengths? You mentioned some of hers, and then communication, stuff like that.
From the team itself, you mean?
Yeah, just the whole team.
Yeah, no, I think our biggest asset is our willingness to compete. I think we're really willing to work hard, and I love that. I mean, that's really all I'm looking for at the end of the day, is just how hard are you willing to compete. And we have conversations about, working hard versus competing, and what does that mean. And I see that side of us in spurts where we don't want to lose, and we're willing to do anything that we can. And when you have a team locked in like that, and all 5 kids on the floor refuse to lose like that, you're dangerous. So looking for that to be a little more consistent, obviously, and I think we'll get there. But that's probably been the side that I'm most excited about. Offense comes and goes in basketball, just the way it is certain nights. But if you can play defense at a high level, you can be in a lot of games and give yourself the opportunity to win a game at the end.
How have the athletes been adjusting to the new coaching staff?
So they've been outstanding. I've asked a lot, I think, from them, just in terms of practice and competing in practice, and then with film and scout, and there's a lot there that I don't know if they were really expecting that, but the attendance has been outstanding. Kids walk in, they work hard, they ask questions. So I'm thrilled, over the moon about it, and I think if we continue that way, and I think we will, because we got a really great group of kids, we're going to be okay. I think we'll be able to achieve what we're looking to achieve. We got to just keep pressing forward.
That's good. The team finished 3-17 last year. How do you think about improving that standing?
Yeah, we take it one game at a time. It's 3-17, but it's a little misleading. They were in a bunch of games, and basketball can get away in a hurry. Sometimes it comes down to a couple possessions. So momentum's a big factor in any sport, but naturally in baskesketball. So I'm looking to. Right now, we're just focused on Reading on Friday.
That's good.
We're super excited. It's a home game. There's no better way to start than in your own gym. And we'll take that game first, and then and then we'll see where we go. We'll make adjustments, and then hopefully we celebrate a victory, and then we're on to the next one.
One game at a time.
That's it. One game at a time.
What are some of your specific strategies, offensively and defensively going forward?
So to me, it comes down to percentages, right? The most efficient shot in basketball is a layup. We want to get layups. It'd be great to get 50 of those. Not always, there's somebody in the way. So you got to be able to open up that space and try to get to the bucket any way you can. And I think shooting's a big piece of that. The better you are as a shooter, a shooting team, the more those opportunities to get to the rim are found. Savanna takes care of a lot of that for us, to be honest with you, because she draws so much attention on the offensive end, where there's often she's drawing 2 kids, sometimes 3. So there are people there open, and she's pretty good about getting them the ball. So we got to be ready for that, and when you find yourself with the ball in your hands, you got to be ready to score. So it's on me to prepare them to do that in practice, so it translates to a game. But certainly, shooting is going to be a big factor on the offensive end. On the defensive end, it's going to be about us keeping people in front. Shoulders on shoulders, and then working together as a group. Just having a plan in place on how we're going to approach certain games and against certain teams, against certain with certain mismatches or matchups in general, and then and how we make that adjustment, how quickly we make those adjustments on the fly. Again, that comes back to me too. So I got to earn that piece. They got to give me full effort, and I think they will. They have thus far. So. I'm excited to jump into that and see where it goes.
You talked about a lot of things that you're looking forward to this season. If you had to pick one, though, what are you most looking forward to?
Just I think just being in that huddle is a special thing to me. Just being in that huddle, having everybody there. You go to practice, you go to film, you talk about scout, and you go back to practice. You do all those things. You spend a lot of time together. And no one else is in the gym when you're doing all those things. It's just you and your team. So I think when you're in that huddle, it's a special place, because everybody's trying to do the same thing. Everybody wants to be successful. We're all wearing the same jersey, and we're doing this together as one, and it's one common goal. And I think that's probably the most special thing in all of sports. And it's a lot of that's a life lesson too. So that's the one thing I look forward to Friday night, when we're all together, sitting there, competing for one another, working hard for one another, trying to achieve the ultimate goal.
The teamwork part of it is
100% the teamwork, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had one message for this season, just to leave for your team and just in general, what it would be and why?
Just, always working hard, regardless of what's going on around you, being focused on the plan, what we put in place, and then being willing to, sacrifice some of your achievement for the overall team achievement, right? And I think we have a lot of kids who understand that and are willing to do that. So that's the one piece, because I think that's what life is all about, is setting a goal for yourself and then working as hard as you possibly can. And there are sacrifices made along the way for you to achieve that ultimate goal that you've set, but when you have a whole group that's willing to do that, special things happen. So we're looking forward to that, certainly.
That's good. Hard work, especially.
Hard work, determination, plan, place, and then being willing to sacrifice a little bit of what you want for the overall good.
Good. That's good. All right. Well, thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the time.
We will be right back.
Hey, Nicole, isn't your dad supposed to be here? He's coming. He promised.
Showtime, guys. 1 minute.
All right, here we are with Savanna Scali. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So let's get into it. You were a senior. You've been on the team for a while. How did you get interested in basketball, and what do you like about the sport specifically?
I got interested in the sport because I think my parents just threw me into a bunch of sports, and then I kind of found myself liking basketball the most. I started when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
I did some little league stuff in Bill Ricca, and then I think 4th or 5th grade I started AAU, and then I found some of my best friends through that. Definitely got me
more skilled in the game. I got a better like perception of like the environment and like how to play. And then and I like the sport because I like the competitive nature. I'm just like a very competitive person. I like to win. I like the team all together. I like being around my friends, and it's just very enjoyable for me.
That's good. How do you think about being a leader to the other athletes? What do you want to show up for them?
When I was a freshman and sophomore, I had like a junior and senior captain, obviously, and growing up and playing with them like definitely showed me how like a leader's supposed to lead the team and talk and all that stuff. And last year I was captain, this year I'm captain too, and I think I'm a very different captain than I was last year because I was very new to it, and like last year was a rough season, so I was just in my head a lot. And this year I think with our new coach, Coach Rebelo, like, and then all my friends' support, I've definitely I'm not as much in my head, and I kind of just like, I just play the game. I just let it flow. If I make a mistake, I'll just get back right on defense. Don't think too much of it. I like to talk to my like friends and my teammates. I like to let them know what's going on. I think if I have a positive mindset, then everyone around me will have a positive mindset too. And I like seeing that happen throughout the game. I like watching like my teammates get motivated and work hard.
That's good. What does it mean to be? What does it mean to you to be like a captain now?
To me, it means a lot because I feel like I've worked very hard throughout like elementary school, middle school, AAU, all that, even high school. Worked very hard. I've watched people above me. I've played with very talented players, very skilled, and it's definitely shown me like what a good captain's supposed to be like. And it just means a lot because I like to kind of lead the team. I like to have a voice on the court, and I feel like people listen to me, so I feel like it is a big role. Because if I do something, I feel like people definitely will take after that. Or if I like do something bad, they'll be like, "Oh, Savanna did that, so maybe it's okay if I do it." So I like to lead positively. Like I don't want to make any bad mistakes where people will take after that. I just want to be a positive like influence on everyone.
That's good. What's it like to work with the other 6 seniors on the team? How have you bonded with them since freshman year?
Well, I've actually played with all of them except Marin, just because she's new last year. I've played with all of them since 3rd or 4th grade, so I've been best friends with them for a while. We've definitely formed a lot of chemistry throughout the years, especially Maddie. Like the way we play now, we've honestly always kind of played like that. She's always been like a big. I've always been the point guard. Kind of just, she's always in the right spot. I always find her. We make good plays together. And then Gabby and Charlotte, like they're very tough on defense. They always have a positive mindset. It makes me like be positive too, because being around like that type of environment, it just like radiates off of everyone, and I just have loved playing with them. And I'm glad like this season's a lot better than past seasons, and I feel like we definitely all got closer together.
That's good. You've talked about a little bit about like positive leadership and stuff.
Yeah.
How have you encouraged the underclassmen to become better athletes?
I see potential in everyone, honestly. Like every single one of my teammates, they all have like at least one strong thing that they do on the court, and when I see it happening, I definitely like to like motivate them and cheer them up, be like, yeah, that's a good job, like keep that up. And I feel like they'll definitely get confidence by that, because I used to get confidence like by that when I was like freshman or sophomore, and like my seniors would like be like, oh, that was good, Sav, like this and that. So I feel like if I do that, like they'll feel the same way, and I definitely see that reflect in their game, and I love to see that because we're definitely a good team this year, and I want to make it far with them, and I think we will.
New coaches in the mix as well, Neil Rebelo.
Yes.
What has it been like working with him, and how has he been with you and the rest of the team?
I've always known Coach Rebelo because he coached the JV team for the boys, and my brother, I think he had him as a coach. My brother wasn't very good, but I always knew him. And playing with him and him being my coach this year, I already see like a big difference in not just myself, but like in all my teammates. Like we all just have like a positive mindset. We walk into practice and we're just happy, we're excited, we're ready to go. Like we're motivated to play because he pushes us hard, but like we can handle it. And I mean, definitely like, I don't know, I feel like last year I was very stressed, and I felt like I had to like be perfect all the time, and it was in my head, and I didn't really have like a coach that would like, she definitely would like work as hard, but I feel like I didn't get like a lot of like positive reinforcement back, so I always just kind of was like overthinking. And then I feel like this year, like Coach Rebelo, he definitely works me hard, he definitely keeps me motivated, but he also like, he'll be there and be like, that was good, Sav, like keep that up, and like that that motivates me a lot and like makes me have more confidence in myself.
Like the positive
Yeah.
reinforcement as
And
well.
he does it with all my teammates too. And like, I feel like even in past years, like I'd see my teammates, like they make a mistake and they get worried and like look at the bench, like thinking they're gonna get subbed out. But like Coach Rebelo, he doesn't really like. He'll definitely say something if you like miss a layup. Like I can see him on the sideline and be like, "Oh, come on!" But like he always like is hyping us up. He's always like, "All right, it's okay. Like get back on defense next play. Like don't worry about it." And I feel like it just gives everyone like a breath of like fresh air. They're like, "All right, we're okay."
Not just fixating on
Yeah.
negatives and stuff. Last season, the team's record was 3-17. Sorry to
not
fixate
good.
on the negative there, but
Yeah, it's okay.
what did you learn from that, and what do you think you could bring forward to improve on that?
I mean, going into my junior year, we knew we were losing a bunch of players like Taylor Pavo, she was a big player of ours, or like Liv Pena, all that. So we knew it was going to be a very different like transformation into my junior year. And wait, what was the question?
Just how do you want to like improve from that season? Yeah, sorry.
I think we've improved a lot. Like we did a bunch over the summer. Like we'd do like gym rats camp, but we'd all go in before that and just like get shots up, play together, scrimmage. So we kind of started our chemistry like as a team like very early on. Then we played fall league. We had like a Thanksgiving tournament, and I can already see like the chemistry coming together, like the bonding. Everyone's getting closer. We already all have like a positive mindset because our new coach, like he makes sure like we're always positive. Like one bad thing happens, like don't worry, just get back on D. Next play, like don't worry about it. I don't want last year to repeat this year because this is my senior year along with like Gabby, Charlotte, Marin, Maddie's as well. So, and I don't really think it is going to repeat because we've already seen a lot of progress. Positively.
Finish strong then. Last year you competed in a playoff game against Newburyport in March 2023.
Yeah.
How do you plan on getting back to the playoffs?
I just think we should take it day by day, like work hard at practice. Coach definitely makes sure we work hard at practice. We do a lot of film. We scout a lot. I like film because we can see our mistakes, and I'm like, especially like on defense, like I'll be able to see my mistake like up front, and I'll be like, all right, like that can't happen again. So then next game, next practice, like that's what I'm focusing on. I think just take it day by day, work on defense, because defense is honestly just all like effort. Like you don't need skill for defense. You just gotta try hard, and that's what all my teammates do a lot. Like we just work hard, we talk, we're in it together. So I feel like if we're in it together, we don't get down on ourselves, we keep a positive mindset, like we'll definitely make it far.
Outside of practices and meets, how does everyone stay connected as a team?
Well, in past years, we've done a lot of post parties. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, day before a game, we'll have a post party at someone's house. Everyone will go, we'll hang out, talk, eat. That definitely, every year, even like with soccer or something, like that definitely builds the chemistry, makes people closer together. We learn more about each other. At practice, everyone's involved, everyone's included. Like, I feel like we're all close. Like, obviously, like people are closer with other people, but we're all like connected. We just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being on this team?
My favorite part about being on this team, I love my teammates, I love my friends. I feel like it's always a fun environment. It's always positive. Like no one's ever like being mean to each other. Like we always uplift each other, make sure we're motivated, like just stuff like that. And I've played with a bunch of these girls for years now, and it's just like this is my favorite time of the year, basketball season, being with like my close friends, and it's just a lot of fun.
That's good. What are your goals for after graduation? Do you think you'll play basketball in college or in the future?
Yeah, I have a lot of goals after graduation. Yeah, I think I might play basketball in college. That is a goal of mine. It's a lot of work, a lot of like, gotta be confident in yourself, gotta keep your head up, like a lot of that. I think I'll be good, I'll be fine, but that is a goal of mine.
I guess to finish off, if you had one message to encourage your team to do their best this season, what would it be and why?
One message for my team, I'd say don't get in your head, because I feel like in past years we've definitely all gone in our head. I've done it a lot, and that kind of just like, you can see how like that will affect the team or like the game, and I just feel like just take it day by day, game by game, just let it happen, just get back on D, don't stress out, be there for each other, and everything should be good.
Should be good. That's good. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We will wrap up this episode in a moment. Well, it looked like that's our show. I've been your host, Zach Titus. We also like to thank Neil Rebelo and Savanna Scali for their time. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.